Alright, making a Parmesan pasta featuring the Vidalia onion from Charlie's. It mixes in and makes a nice delicate sauce. You want to start off by getting 2 to 4 cloves of garlic, depending on how much you crave garlic, and cook it in 3 tablespoons of butter over medium heat. You want to do this nice and slow so the garlic is caramelizing and not burning, because it's going to burn if you go too fast. So if you see something like this where it's heating up a little bit fast, just kind of pick it up for a second and let it cool off. Just keep stirring the whole time, and you can see part of the garlic cloves are getting a little tiny bit brown, and we just want a little tiny bit brown at a time, not a whole lot. But your house should be smelling amazing by this point. I also have some nicely salted pasta water going over here, because we're obviously going to need to boil our pasta. I'm using linguine. You can use whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then now that this is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and drop my pasta in here and just cook it according to normal al dente times. I wasn't quite boiling, but it's close enough. We'll be fine. There we go. So I'm going to cook that at 9 minutes and check on it. You want it a little al dente because you're going to put the cooked pasta in the sauce you're building over here, and it's going to come together and have to cook in the pan for a little bit. So you don't want it overly done, but you don't want it underdone. Just going to be doing this for a while this very slowly caramelizes. Once I'm getting to around 8 minutes, you know, a minute short or so over here, I'm gonna get a little bit of the pasta water out. It's got some great starches in it, and it helps you build the rest of your sauce. So get around a cup, doesn't have to be precise. The other ingredients we're working with are Parmesan cheese, lemon juice, and my spices over here. I've got salt, pepper, parsley flakes, and Italian seasoning. If you want extra basil, works perfectly with that. It's really whatever you love, throw it in there. All right, so the garlic is nice and caramelized and brown. Pasta is almost done, so I'm just sneaking a little water. You'll see why there's sneaking it twice here in just a second. Yeah, let's do it. Need something heat safe. I can put this on. Okay. So got that. And then I'm going to come over here and mix in mustard. So this is the Vidalia onion. So it brings out a nice richness and creaminess to it. And honestly, probably going to use most of this container. And just kind of mix it together. That's my microwave telling me to get my pasta. Air fryer, please. Alright, so let me just get this off. Pasta is draining, and we're not going to let it drain for too terribly long. Get this back up to temperature. There we go. Now we're sizzling. Then I'm going to do all of my seasonings to get them heated up in this wonderful butter. Just adding 30 to 60 seconds of heat on your seasonings brings out their flavor so much more. Bringing everything back up to temperature. Here, just a second or two. Be adding in our mustard and pasta sauce, or pasta water, excuse me. But first up is to bring noodles over. Just gently put them in. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Then you just kind of want to toss them for just a second. You can bring your heat back down at this point. I would really recommend doing something that is metal safe so that you're not scratching up your nonsticks here. Right, now I have this wonderful sauce with the mustard in it. Just going to pour that in. Toss it around for a minute. And then the pasta water is going to help this thicken up as it sits in here with the pasta, because the pasta had its own natural starches on it. So I'm just going to let that cook for just a minute or two, and then we'll start adding in our Parmesan cheese. Oops. I have that extra pasta water over there in case, you know, it's a really humid day right now, so that does impact things. If you add your cup of pasta water, or half cup of pasta water, half cup of the mustard, and it doesn't simmer down enough, it simmers down too much, you got your extra pasta water there that's going to keep it nice and creamy. Starting to get a nice silky appearance, which means the starches are all starting to talk to each other. Just like neighbors, it's always better when the starches talk. Okay, so now that I've got this nice silky appearance, I have around a cup of Parmesan, but again, go with your heart. I'm going to start with about the half cup and see what level of wonderful ooey gooey I can get, and then I will add more as we're getting a good appearance here. You can see that most of the pasta water has cooked down at this point. So if you need to, that's why you got the extra pasta water. Just do a little taste test. It tastes really good. Needs a little more cheese, but I'm a cheese fiend, so. Also, when you're salting this, salt a little less than you think you're going to need. That pasta water is full of salt, so you don't want to wind up with something that's making you go, ah. Yeah, now we got our cheese all melted. Beautiful, creamy, silky appearance to it. This point I'm going to turn off the heat, and if you like lemon, do this. If you don't, don't. But I got a lemon juice. You never want to do that when the heat is on because it makes the acid kind of not enjoy things. But since I had room in this sauce, of course, lemon goes perfect with the Vidalia onion mustard. All right, this is our first time having this dish. Let's see what we think. Give one to the camera person. That's nice.
That is real good.
That's real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself some Vidalia onion mustard. Go ham on this. It's incredible.
Yep.